Everybody, Dr. J with the Rio Grande from Rio Mobility. This is the best piece of equipment I have ever been on. Second place is their e-Dragonfly, but this thing is an off-road vehicle, two-wheel drive, 2 hub motors. When you see these motors, I'll give you a quick tour of it. I have an unboxing and an assembly video too. Hub motor here with a 500 watt motor on this side and a 500 watt motor on the other side. Here we have parking brake, and these are the adjustments to put the armrests in. Everything comes off. This comes off. This handlebar post comes off. These leg rests come off. Here we've got lights, and on the control panel right here, we have, this is forward, that's reverse. If you can't read Chinese, that's forward, that's reverse. This is speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, horn, left turn signal, right turn signal. And you can see they work. I don't know if you can see them during the day. Can you see the turn signals during the day when I turn them on?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, good. Have really great LED front lights. Let's turn this switch on here. You can see those. They light up a whole lot of road, and they're very adjustable just by hand. Twist them, turn them. That's it. And so that's the control panel. I've got brakes. This brake is for the left wheel. This brake is for the right. Parking brake looks like this. Squeeze. Squeeze that. Let go. And now it's locked. Same thing on this side. Squeeze. Let go. It's locked. Okay. We have a cell phone holder right here. Nice little red lever. You push that, and then you can make it bigger or smaller to fit your phone. Okay, and then we have a drink holder here. This is the throttle response. And with the brakes on, you see, no throttle response. The little wire comes out here from the brakes, and the little wire comes out here from the brakes. That goes to the motor to cut it off whenever you apply some brakes. You can take that off. I have that taken off for off-roading sometimes. On the other wheelchair, we had, on my first iteration of this chair, it had one motor in the back with a differential gear set and an axle that went to both wheels. And that open differential, if one wheel lost traction, it would just spin and the other would get no power. All the power would go to that one. So I would apply brake on that wheel only. And to be able to do that while hitting the throttle, I had to take off that little cable so that I was acting like an all-wheel drive system. But this has 2 independent hub motors. They're on all the time. So one loses traction, the other one's just the same as always. Okay, now let's take a look at one more thing over here next to the key. You have a display that tells you how far you've gone, how much battery's left, and the voltage. Hard to see in daylight. And then this little button is cruise control. So you go set the speed you want, hit that cruise control, release the throttle, let go, and you've got cruise control. Okay, we've got mirrors here that are really fantastic. This is much better than the first mirrors I got. They have this wide panorama shot. I can literally see myself, I can see Sabrina, I can see all the cars fully around me. The only thing I can't see is behind me, obviously, and that, I use this mirror to see right behind me. So I've got that to shoot behind me, this to do a panorama, and you know, that's just the opposite of this. So that's a really cool upgrade as well. I'm really happy for that. All these little things are really neat. We don't have the back seat on. I do have a seat that mounts on the back here. Oh, we do actually. We have the seat on, but we don't have the leg rest is what I mean. And you can take this off and then there's just a standing platform. This, you could have someone kneel on it and grab onto these grab bars. They kind of poke into your back, so that's another additional feature that we may want to rethink that design. Maybe have a bar that goes across or something, but it does, these do poke into someone's back. But if you're kneeling, it's great for grabbing on. If you're standing on the back, they're a little low, so it's still better to grab onto the person's shoulders or the seat itself. And the leg rest is good. But when you have this powerful lithium-ion battery, it's not very heavy. So there's not a lot of front weight on this, and it's a lot of power. So if you're going uphill, you got someone sitting on the back, you could, when you hit the throttle, lift the front wheels off. There are anti-tipper wheels, so you shouldn't worry about it, but you'll have no steering. So one of the reasons this gets 50 miles range or 45-mile range is because it does not use torque steering, which creates tons of friction. With 400 pounds, that would be me and the chair, because the chair is only like 210 pounds, around 200 pounds. Maybe with the lithium ion even less. But that rotating of friction that you usually get in a regular wheelchair, even the off-road wheelchairs, because they have what's called torque steer. The only other wheelchair that doesn't have torque steer that I'm aware of is the X8 by, what is that called? Magic Mobility or something. But they, again, you're going to run 18,000 for one of those chairs, all decked out. Where this is super decked out for, well, we haven't even figured out the exact prices because of shipping, but I mean, it's like less than a third of that. So, let's see, what else do I need to show you? Got these cool fenders. I like it. One thing we haven't done yet, we're going to need to do is we need to undo these shocks. Right now I don't have any front shocks because this is screwed in for shipping. I need to loosen that up to get some, that spring should be spread out like this so I can get some travel. The piston, well, it's not really a piston, but travel. And okay, good. Let's see. Anything else I need to show you, or we're going to get ready for a run? So you get ready for a run, I always make sure that these bolts and these bolts are tight. There's on both sides all around. Make sure your air pressure is good. In my backpack, I always carry Fix-A-Flat, one for the front tires, which is a bicycle tire inner tube, and one for the back tires, a regular car Fix-A-Flat, because this does not have an inner tube. But the Fix-A-Flat works excellent. Anytime we've ever had a flat, it immediately works, seals, and we're able to drive again until our next flat within seconds. So, let's give her a rip. I'm going to start on speed 1, obviously, because, so I'm going to parking brakes off. Yep, those are off. And all you need to do to release these parking brakes is boom, boom, speed 1. This is such a smooth vehicle. Like driving a boat on calm waters. The steering is just so easy to steer. Wheel spin. Nice. Now I'll show you one more adjustment to make. This is such an incredible smooth machine. Brakes. Brakes. I'm going to show you two. Actually, you see there's a little screw right here, little bolt right there. Oh, sorry, this one right here. That is the adjustment screw to move this backwards and forwards. Now, why would I say that? If this isn't really feeling very tight to you, then you loosen this, just loosen it, and then you can slide this back. The metal will slide, the bolt stays in the same place. Slide it back, lock it in. The reason I'm saying this is because right now we have very hard wheels. That's not comfortable. It's fine on roads, but when you go off-roading, you want like 15 pounds of air pressure max. Sometimes I go as low as 10. It depends how many rocks and things we're going over. These hub motors have less torque than the axle motor did, and we haven't gone off-roading yet but I can feel the difference when we just sit in front of a curb and climb right up the curb. The old one, I think, had a bit more torque because it's a single 800 watt motor, and I think the design of that motor gives more torque. But these hub motors are smoother, quieter, much more efficient, less friction, less noise. So they're wonderful. The last thing I want to show you is the adjustment of the wheels, because as I'm driving I can feel that they have a little bit of toe in, a little pigeon toe. It could be duck toe or pigeon toe. I think that's called toe in, toe out. So you want to get them so they're just about straight. And that's a little bar back here. You want to come here, Brini, and I'll show you. These backpacks slip right over the leg rests. And we are going to Walmart so that we can get some sandals that we will Velcro onto here, so I can use my magic Velcro technique. This bar right here, this metal bar, the silver one, if you push it forward, then you have to undo the little locking nuts on both sides. But if you push it forward, it makes it more toe in, and if you push it out, it makes it toe out. I believe. Could be the other way, but you'll know when you tell. And there's a little flat spot in the middle to get a wrench, and you just do it until it's perfect. And that's a good thing to check before each ride as well. Okay, I think that's about it. Obviously, the lever to adjust the seat is right here, so you can recline, take a nice nap. It's a very comfortable chair, or you can sit up. And it does have spring-loaded comeback, so it does come back for you. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Okay, that's great. We're heading to Walmart. We're getting Velcro, sandals, and we're gonna get a lanyard for our keys so we don't lose it. All right, peace, guys. Remember, you don't have to be depressed if you're in a wheelchair. I think my life has only gotten cooler since I've been in one, and this piece of equipment can go inside of a store or up a mountain. The only thing it's probably not good at is going inside your house, unless you own a huge, open home with wide hallways. But if you don't have wide hallways anyway, you can always do this, which is another really cool feature. And I can't take credit for that. The engineers in China came up with that, and that allows you to drive around inside. Of course, obviously you steer forward differently, but that allows you to get in all kinds of tight, shopping aisles and things like that. I want to tell you guys so much about it, but you're just going to have to try one. They're really cool, and hopefully shipping costs will come down and we'll get them real inexpensive, and then we'll run a nice advocate program where maybe you can help other people get these and also be supplied with some mobility in your financial department. That's the goal of this, okay? I designed this for everybody, not to make money, but to go against the kind of gouging that happens to people who are handicapped because the products are so pricey. $18,000 for a wheelchair, it's the price of a car, and there's no way that any of the components that go into those prices are really worth that amount. So this is straight from the factory, and I'm gonna make sure we get straight from the factory pricing. But Rio Mobility always does that. All their equipment is priced at exactly the right price point to make sense so that they can survive as a company, and so that the products are excellent and made with bike parts and easily accessible and interchangeable. Take it to a bike shop. This is mostly the same way. Take it to a bike shop or any kind of mechanic and they could work on it. Super easy to work on. Nothing sophisticated. Okay, fantastic. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. See you later, guys.